Truth is our dogma. We believe it to be man's greatest weapon.
Have y'all been paying attention, man, to what's going on in this news? So what's the latest? With California. Listen, we already know the wildfire's been going, right? Yeah. But the Most High is kindling a greater fire, right? So I'm checking this out this morning, right? It says, Malibu threatened and 9 dead from monster wildfires in California. All right, monster wildfires, right? But I want to read through this article real quick, man, and because you're gonna see the pride of these Romans, man. It's utterly ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? This place is the Most High is getting ready to. He's giving these signals. Like you remember, if you read in the book of Joshua, before he brought the flood, right? 7 days before he brought the flood, he brought various disasters, and he did that to warn the people, right? But these people were so prideful and foolish and blind, they're not looking at these signs, right? So check this out. Now the name of this place that this fire came down on is called Paradise. Notice that, right? Paradise, California. It said, That's Southern California. Yeah, it's southern, but it's Southern and Northern California on fire right now. Yeah. The North and the South. All right, so it says 2 monster wildfires in California, including the most destructive in state history. Wow. Notice that. It said this is the most destructive in state history, burned out of control on the Shabbat, or so-called Saturday, having already killed at least 9 people, destroyed scores of buildings, and forced hundreds of thousands to flee their homes. 9 people were found dead in and around the Northern California town of Paradise, where more than 6,700 homes and businesses were burned down by the 100,000 acre campfire, the state's most destructive on record, authorities said. In Paradise, which had about 26,000 residents, the fire destroyed most homes and half the businesses. All right, I wanted to scroll down to what their president had to say about this, right? So it says President Donald Trump weighing in on the emergency during a trip to France. Now he on his way to France, right? But check out what he said. It said early on Saturday that gross mismanagement of forests was to blame. This man is looking at everything as a business, right? This is gross mismanagement of the forest. Like, really, what can a forest ranger really do? What can Smokey the Bear do when a Most High drop fire down? Nothing, right? But check this out. Who was watching the trees? Right, you know what I'm saying? So this bastard says, quote, there is no reason. Give me 2 Samuel 22 real quick. 2 Samuel 22 and 9. But notice this. This cat say, there is no reason for these massive, deadly, and costly forest fires in California except that forest mismanagement. The forest management is so poor. He wrote in a Twitter post. Wow. All right. It says, quote, billions of dollars are given each year with so many lives lost, all because of gross mismanagement of the forest. Remedy now or no more Fed payments, he added. Now notice that. No more Fed payments. So in other words, he's not going to give any more money to these people to manage the forest, right?
Y'all don't like the trees better, I ain't paying you.
Yo, so California has been on fire off and on since, I want to say about March.
Yeah.
I was out there in March, and they had air advisory. Right, so certain parts of the city, it smelled like fire. You know what I'm saying? You can look in the sky, and it just looked like smoke in the sky still. You know, they had a lot of people walking around with the mask on and whatnot. A lot of people had to go in the house and all that. This is crazy. That's like 8 months
of
solid.
burning. So they, to be honest with you, I remember a couple months ago they were saying like it was almost like maybe a couple million acres had burned already. So anybody been on acres of land, you know how big an acre, 1 acre is.
Right.
So exactly. So exactly. So imagine 1 million of those on fire, right? And this guy said there's no reason for this, for mismanagement, right? But to show you the pride. Now I want you to notice this language. It says several of the victims of the campfire, which broke out on Thursday at the edge of the Plumas National Forest, northeast of Sacramento, were found in or near burned out cars, police said. The flames descended on Paradise so fast that many people were forced to abandon their vehicles and run for their lives down the Soul Road through the mountain town. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but certain language and words, I believe, is being used on purpose here. It said that this fire descended and made the people run. They had to get the heck out of Dodge. So who's doing that? None other than the Most High, right? So read 2 Samuel chapter 22, and we're going to pick it up at verse 7. Read what you got.
2 Samuel chapter 22 and verse 7. In my distress, I call upon the Most High.
You see that? And ain't we distressed daily? If you ain't distressed, just look at the condition of your people and what we're going through. And it should bring some type of distress upon you. So we need to be calling on Yahweh. Read on.
And cried to my Elohim. And he did hear my voice out of his temple. And my cry did enter into his ears.
So y'all keep that in mind. The Most High hears everything that we cry about, we pray about. He's there. And he sees it, right? So we can have that faith in our power, all right? So he see everything we dealing with as a nation in these captivities, especially over here. But it says his eyes is on what? The sinful kingdom, right? Read on.
Then the earth shook and trembled. The foundations of heaven moved and shook because he was wrong. Because he was what? Because he was wrong.
So when the Most High gets angry, notice what he does. Read on.
There went up a smoke out of his nostrils.
All right. You see that now? A bunch of weed heads be like, oh, look, the Most High is smoking a blunt. Right? That's how foolish our people is. I'm just being honest, right? But it said there went a smoke out of his nostrils and what?
And fire out of his mouth devoured. Coals were kindled by it.
You see that? So it be the Most High that kindles fire when he wants to bring forth judgment. And this is exactly what he's doing. This is only a warning. Now he's starting in California, which is the richest state in the United States of America. So he's letting them know they're living the American dream and that high life, I'm coming through for you. Like for example, it says among those forced to flee the Malibu area. Now it's coming to Malibu. This is where they really live a Barbie and Ken lifestyle, right? It says, among those forced to flee the Malibu area were celebrities, including Lady Gaga, Kim Kardashian, right? Who said on Twitter that flames had damaged the home she shares in nearby Calabasas with Kanye West. May the Most High burn that place to the ground. Right? So that brother can realize he's laying with Satan. All right? And repent. Right? Go ahead, Elder.
That when you said he breathes down the fire, that's the descension of the fire coming down.
Right.
God.
Right. You know, this is what I'm saying. So these are warning signs. The Most High is letting this place know. Look, y'all only got a little bit more time. And I'm going to smoke America out. So it behooves us, man, again, when we're going through these lessons talking about this order and going into this law, now is the time to truly make your calling and election sure. Please, man. So we can be, you know what I'm saying, a part of that elect to get out of it. If you're playing around, you're going to be caught up in this fire right along with the rest of the saints. And we don't want that. So I just wanted to share that on the current events, man, just to show you, like, hey, pay attention. Because look, we going into 2019. It's around the corner. Right. So we need to, Satan is kindling his fire. He trying to, destroy it. He going to be coming for us. We got to fight back. To wake up these lost sheep, but more importantly, making sure we on point. Come. Let's go into the THARAH portion for today, which is going to be Deuteronomy chapter 29. All right. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 29 and the first verse.
All right. Deuteronomy chapter 29 and verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Most High commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel in the land of Moab, beside the covenant which he made with them in Horeb. And Moses called unto all Israel and said unto them, I have seen all that the Most High did before your eyes in the land of Egypt unto Pharaoh, and unto all his servants, and unto all his land. The great temptations which thine eyes have seen, the signs and those great miracles.
You see that? So the Most High, when he came and he brought us out of Egypt, again, we all know that was the superpower at that time. Just like we in America today. This is the superpower that the Most High is going to use to bring us out of and show the rest of the world, these are my chosen. These are my people. You understand what I'm saying? But it said he came out with great temptations and signs and great miracles. When they see us get ready to be delivered out of this modern day Egypt, they're not going to believe it. Wait a minute, these niggas is the chosen? You understand what I'm saying? That's going to shake them to the foundation. But this is our power. This is what he did to ancient Egypt, right? Read on.
Yet the Most High hath not given you an heart to perceive, and eyes to see, and ears to hear, until this day.
Now this is a sad thing, because this is a condition of our people today. And I'm talking about our people that know they Yasha Allah. It's only so many brothers and sisters that really perceive and see and have a heart to understand the truth. And I'm talking about the full aspect of the truth. Keeping the law. Walking like Hamashiach Yahushua. Loving your brother as you love yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Loving Yahweh with your whole heart, mind, and soul. A lot of our people is just being Israel because it's a fashion statement. You know what I'm saying? It's a way to bang on the enemy and what have you. And then a few years later, they'll be out of the door. You understand? But those of us that's sincere about this thing, you be thankful for that. Go ahead, Al.
Say we got a lot of brothers and sisters out there that understand that we are the people, but
right.
they don't want to fully, go all the way with it by keeping the law as it stands.
Right. But still love the philosophies of this place we living in, the mindset of it, the whole nine. They don't want to separate completely. You understand? That's a sad thing. So when you seeing a lot of Israel going off on your Twitter page, Instagram and Facebook and all that, they Israelites and they wilding out, understand. It's because the Most High didn't give them a heart to perceive, eyes to see, or ears to hear. Yeah, they know they're Israel. But what good is that? Did our forefathers know they was Israel when we was back in the day? And they did what? I mean, spoke the language fluent. Here it is. We learning y'all about some of us, y'all, right? We learning tidbits. Baba Kashaw, could you get that? You know what I'm saying? And we think we on a high level, right? They spoke it fluently, right? I'm just being not taking away what we doing, but hallelujah. But they knew it fluently, but still was wicked as all outdoors. You understand? When our people, I don't give a damn what nobody tells you. Israel was the most wicked nation on the face of the planet. Understand that? Because of how we did the Most High. You understand? We know the white man is sheesh. We understand that. But get what I'm saying? Affliction. Right, he forwarded the affliction. But what I'm saying is the fact that we was near and dear to the Most High and had that full understanding was good. Right? Read on, verse 5.
And I have led you 40 years in the wilderness. And
that's what we're going to give. But guess what? It ain't going to be no 40 years this time. Y'all understand that, right? It ain't going to be no 40 years. Once we go to the wilderness, there's a 3.5 year period that the anti-Mashiach going to be ruling, the New World Order is going to be set up, and Israel going to be purged. Listen, man. I'm telling you straight up. Because I might not even, I don't want to put on Martin Luther King, but I might not make it there. But you never know. You never know who's going to make it. But you get over there to that wilderness, you better be on your best behavior law-wise and be in the spirit. Because the Most High is not going to be playing. Like the brother just said, people going to be getting left and right. Because now they coming out of America, especially our people coming out of this place. That complaining, that out of order madness that goes on amongst us today, get over there and play around if you want to. And see what happened to you. You only gonna have 3.5 years. There ain't gonna be no 40 years. Right? Read on.
Your clothes are not waxing old upon you, and thy shoe is not waxing old upon thy foot.
You see how great the Most High is? He kept our people 40. Can you imagine walking around 40 years with the same pair of Timbos on, and they don't get bent up and out of shape? Can you imagine that? Huh?
I can't imagine 40 hours.
But that's the power that we serve, that he can keep your clothes from not waxing old. They ain't getting faded, the jeans still looking crispy and what have you, right? That's the power we serve. Right? Read on.
You have not eaten bread, neither have you drunk wine or strong drink.
Why is that? Because the Most High was feeding our people manna. He wouldn't even let you get those delectables. That good bread, that good Remy Martine. You wouldn't get none of that. All right, no Mogan David. He gonna show you because he was trying to prove you to see what you was about. Right? And that's what he gonna do again. Trust and believe that. Read on.
That you might know that I am the Most High your power.
That's what it is. Most High Yahweh want us to know him. Yeah. A lot of our people playing around, man. They didn't turn being an Israelite to like the church. You understand what I'm saying? But do you truly know Yahweh? Do Yahweh know you? Think about that. Now, he know you, but I'm saying, is he on a first name basis? Is he like, yo, that's my man's right there? Is he like, man, I can't, man, okay. I'll give you a couple more weeks of years. I'm putting you to death unless you repent. Think about that. Read on.
And when you came unto this place, Sihon the king of Heshbon and Og the king of Bashan came out against us unto battle, and we smote them.
See, that Most High gave us power. And Og, he was a giant, wasn't he? And put him to death. And the giants are still roaming the earth. Don't get it twisted. Understand that, right? Read on.
And we took their land and gave it for an inheritance unto the Reubenites and to the Gadites and to the half tribe of Manasseh. Keep therefore the words of this covenant and do them, that you may prosper in all that you do.
See that? That's what the Most High wants us to do, to be in true covenant with him. All right? It's the new covenant. Well, how many of y'all understand that the new covenant has been laid down, but we are not fully in it yet? The blood has been shed for it, but it's not fully in you yet. Why is that? Because the new covenant is the law written on your heart, mind, and soul. Right? To where no man would teach you nothing, what have you. The blood has been shed for that. You must accept that portion. But the full new covenant will be established when Hamashiach Yahushua comes. You understand that, right? All right, read on.
You stand this day, all of you, before the Most High your power, your captains of your tribes, your elders, and your officers, with all the men of Israel, your little ones, your wives, and the stranger that is in thy camp, from the hewer of thy wood unto the drawer of thy water.
Let's look at this, man. Because I'll be honest with you, a lot of our people, we say, man, the damn Gentiles can't be saved. They can't, they can't receive salvation. Guess what? Salvation is for Yahshua. Hallelujah. But guess what? You're gonna have strangers amongst you to hew your wood, to draw your waters, to take care of your cattle, to watch your babies. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to just be honest with you. For that remnant of these heathen that is left over, that's what they're going to be for. And for them, that's their salvation. Why is that? Because of course. Ain't we all right with serving these bastards? Working Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, or whatever you working? We all right with that, right? As long as you get a paycheck, go get something. I mean, that ain't all right, but you get what I'm saying. We able to sustain. The same thing is going to flip around on them. If they get, when the Mashiach come through here and put the majority of their nations to death,
that's right.
You understand what I'm saying? Those that's left, they'll be happy. Oh, you want some water? What you want lemon, lime? What's going on here? What you need? You understand? If Queen Elizabeth is spared, without doubt, because she's probably 600 years old, right? She'll be happy to watch your babies. You understand what I'm saying? Absolutely. I would want her to watch my baby. You can go out there and go pick you some cotton somewhere. Put me a nice garment together. You know what I'm saying?
Let's sit there and watch that tree.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Make sure not a fig fall off of it. She'll be a wiper. Hey, like coming to America. No. That's a joke. Y'all Mario here. What you mean? Oh my God, it was serious. But your point being, by her being top level, so wipers. Hopefully y'all didn't catch that. But that's on the real, man. You're gonna need that strategy to do that thing. You know what I'm saying? All praises, man. Right, read on.
That thou should enter into the covenant with the Most High thy power, and into his oath, which the Most High thy power make with you this day.
Read.
That he may establish you today for a people unto himself.
I want y'all to think about that. The Most High is seeking to establish us as a people to himself. That's what he wants out of us, right? But he said, be kadosh, be quote unquote holy as I am holy. Are we really striving to do that? We got to get it together. You know what I mean? The Most High want us to be close to Him, man.
Mm-hmm.
Not just claiming it. Well, I got y'all. Okay, cool. But what about your spirit? You understand? Read on.
And that he may be unto thee a most a power, as he hath said unto thee, and as he hath sworn unto thy fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. Neither with you only do I make this covenant and this oath, but with him that standeth here with us this day before the Most High your power, and also with him that is not here with us this day.
You see that? Who was that talking about? Those that wasn't there that day. Us, their children, those that were to come. So that covenant is still with us, right? Read on.
For you know how we have dwelt in the land of Egypt, and how we came through the nations which you passed by. And you have seen their abominations and their idols, wood and stone, silver and gold, which were among them.
You see? Read.
Lest there should be among you a man or woman or family or tribe whose heart turn away this day from the Most High your power, to go and serve the gods of these nations, lest there should be among you a root that beareth gall and wormwood.
Now notice that. How do we see this playing out today? It said, lest there should be among you man, woman, or family, or tribe whose heart turns away from Yahweh to go and serve other gods. How do you see that modern day amongst us?
Man, they run up in church every Sunday.
Every so-called Sunday, they in those whorehouses. All right, or they go play the mosque or whatever false religion they get caught up in. That means whole family, like my family's Pentecostal. We love to hold those titles, right? I was raised Baptist, right? Whole family, all serving other gods. You understand what I'm saying? And then the Most High turn around and bring a few and two out of that. So if you families in here, Elder Lamont, the whole family, Yakanai, well, we're confirming for 9 for Shabbat. Like, good grief. You understand what I'm saying? That's a blessing. Because that ain't wholesale. All right? Go ahead,
I have a placemat, and it's been in my family for a long time. And it's the church that Martin Luther King, I guess,
right,
in Georgia. And in the picture, if you take a magnifying glass and you look at the image that's over the pulpit, it's a white Jesus.
Wow.
And our people kneel down to this white Jesus every Sunday.
Every Sunday, bow down to Caesar Borgia. Sad thing. Sad.
In Martin Luther King.
Right. Ain't that so? He had a dream, all right.
Remember that. About the dreamers.
Right. But notice what it says. It says, lest there should be among you a root that bears gall and wormwood. So in other words, what does that mean? Our families dealing with these false gods and this false religious construct, eventually it becomes rooted in you. And that's all you know. So that's why we talk about like, it's so hard to go to a family member and say, look here, man, this is what the books actually say. Because they're dealing with that root of bitter wormwood, falsehood, lies, deceit that these people have planted in us. Sad thing. Honestly, be grateful for what the Most High has done for us, man. Bringing us into this truth. Read on.
And it come to pass, when he hear the words of this curse, that he bless himself in his heart.
Notice this, though. Right? Read.
Saying, I shall have peace, though I walk in the imagination of mine heart, to add drunkenness to thirst.
Notice that. And ain't that what our people do? They think that they all good. I shall have peace. I'm okay. Even though you walking in your own imagination of your own heart, your own thought process. Not what the Most High says. Not what he's telling us to do. Not what he's commanding us. But your own thought process. You understand what I'm saying? And then it said, turn around, you add drunkenness to thirst. This ain't just talking about sipping on the Hennessy. This is talking about spiritual drunkenness. Because we go in and we go deal with all these false ideas of the Most High. And we drink it in wholesale to make your spirit drunk. So when you can't fully understand what the Most High commanded. Very sad thing. But notice what it says. Verse 20.
The Most High will not spare him.
And the Most High will what?
Will not spare him. And then the anger of the Most High and his jealousy shall smote against that man, and all the curses that are written in this book shall lie upon him, and the Most High shall blot out his name from under heaven.
Notice that. So again, as we go into these lessons about order, right, and trying to get this thing back in order as far as ourselves, our houses, the camps, so on and so forth, on a national level, right? We don't want the Most High to not spare us. All right, Con? And that's exactly what he's doing. You walk in your own imagination and think you'll do your own thing with your own understanding. Watch what happens to you. The Most High is going to cut that off because he don't need it. All right? He don't need that out of order madness no more. Read on.
And the Most High shall separate him unto evil out of all the tribes of Israel, according to all the curses of the covenant that are written in this book of the law. You
see that? So the Most High is going to do that shit. And then the Mashiach Yahweh shall say, he's going to set the goats and the sheep on either hand. Right? The goats, get out of here. You're finished. I don't even know you. For you sheep, come on in.
That's right.
And this is what this is talking about. This is why the Mashiach was speaking that way. He was actually teaching you the law. Stay in that evil if you want to. The Most High will separate you. Right? Read on.
So that the generation to come of your children that shall rise up after you, and the stranger that shall come from far, when they see the plagues of that land, and the sickness which the Most High have laid upon it, and that the whole land thereof is brimstone and salt and burning, that it is not sown, nor bare, nor any grass grow therein, like the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah, Admah and Zeboah, which the Most High overthrew in his anger and in his wrath. Even all nations shall say, wherefore hath the Most High done thus unto this land? What meaning the heat of his great anger?
Read.
Then men shall say, because they have forsaken the covenant of the Most High Yahweh of their fathers, which he made with them when he brought them forth out of the land of Egypt.
You see that? And it's just now where the Most High is starting to bring forth grass and what have you in the original Jerusalem. Now it's starting to bring forth. Originally, it was completely destroyed. And we know that, Esau, these Romans that went over there, called themselves trying to rebuild and set everything up. And they ain't even in the real Zion. You know what I'm saying? The Most High was not playing around with our people when he did that. Because we violated. Being home, being in our own land, that was a benefit. That was a gift. And we lost that. Now you pining away. Ain't that what the curse say? You're going to pine away in your enemy's land. And your enemy's land is going to eat you up. And that's exactly what's happening to us. We pining away. Like I'm telling you, I was up in the court this past so-called Monday, man, and you just see this brother left and right. Going before these guys is being treated like nothing. Brother come back to the bench, sit down, you just look at him, just shake your head. This is crazy. It ain't trying to be funny, but on the real, man, you just sit there and just look at each other like, man, this is nuts. Because you're subject to your enemies that hate you. So y'all know I'm dealing with the child support stuff, right, real quick. So I'll go in front of the judge, and the judge say, well, Mr. Murphy, I read the pre-sentence report, and I see you're a hardworking man, you work a lot of hours, and you stay out of trouble, and you take care of your children, and you haven't had a felony in 17 years. You do a good job. Very good job. Okay, 5 years probation, felony, and but you'll be okay. Keep up the good work. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I had to hold back tears. Because here it is, how can you tell me? I see you're a hard-working man. You work a lot of hours, working 2 jobs. You're making your payments. You take care of your children. You stay out of trouble. Here goes this fella. What do that show you? We are slaves. And until the Most High get us out of here, man, this is what we're going to deal with. It don't matter what you do. First, they tell me you come in here with some money, you're going to be all right. All right? Go for a whole year, pay your child support, you're straight. Even though I've been paying for almost a decade. I come in and I say, look, I ain't got what y'all asked for. I got a few dollars. Well, if you can't pay all your arrears, there's nothing we can do for you. And then I go before the judge and he make that statement. Man. I had to hold back tears. I'm like, man, this is nuts. Where's the righteous judgment? You know what I'm saying? But it just go to show what we're dealing with. Most High was not playing with us. You understand what I'm saying? You have to pay the price. So for example, my oldest son, I tell everybody in it, my oldest son is by a damn Roman. I'm paying the price. Why? Because I was dealing with something I had no business dealing with. Don't matter about me being 18, 19 years old. It was a violation of his law. You're going to pay it. Right? So I'm just showing you as an example. That's why the Apocrypha tells us to seek his face 10 times more. And that's what we got to do. It ain't no joke here. You in the hands of those that hate you, look at you as nice as possible. Okay, it's all good. You're doing great. Take this yoke of iron, though. You understand what I'm saying? The pastor gave me 5 years probation. When I call criminal cases that day, you get here go a year. You know what I'm saying? Right. But you're going to stick me with 5 years for some child support that I was already paying. Yeah. Who we are in the hands of our enemies. Understand that. Read on.
For they went and served other gods.
Did what?
They went and served other gods and worshipped them. Gods whom they knew not, and whom he had not given unto them.
Ain't that what we doing wholesale today? Big time. All right, read on.
And the anger of the Most High was kindled against this land, to bring upon it all the curses that are written in this book. And the Most High rooted them out of their land in anger, and in wrath, and in great indignation, and cast them into another land, as it is this day.
You see that? This should really piss you off, man. When this so-called Jew claim to be you, ain't went through no captivity, ain't none of that. And then you want to run around the earth talking about you, the children of Israel. We're the Jew. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High was angry at us, man. And that's why we in this low condition, man. Bottom line. It's going to remain this way until the Most High get us out of this condition. Bottom line. Read on. Last verse.
The secret things belong unto the Most High are powerful.
What belongs to the Most High?
The secret things belong unto the Most High are powerful. But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever, that we may do all the words of this law.
You see that? So those things that are revealed of truth, knowledge, and understanding, they belong to us. These Romans, when they run this whole system, all they little so-called understanding of geometry, of the agriculture, all of that, they got all of that from us. We are the originators of that. But the Most High, man, you know, he done brought us again on such a low level. You understand what I'm saying? This is why, again, we got to continue to seek his face. Like, for example, right? To show you how bad of a condition we're in. When we talk about our language, right? When you want to learn Hebrew, for the majority of our people, who do we go to learn the language? Let's just be honest. Who do we go to? We go to these so-called Jews. We get their compositions, and okay, I'm going to learn ancient Hebrew, like Schickelberger. You know what I'm saying? Just be honest, right? This is what we'll do. But then if a brother, an Israelite, come and say, well, look here, man, the Spirit came upon me, and we went into the studies, and there's no vowels in our language, and so on and so forth. This nigga don't know what he's talking about. This is what happens, just being honest, right? But he said that those things revealed belong to who? To us and our children. Forever. So y'all do know, when the Most High created everything, Hebrew was the original language, right? Tower of Babel, Most High said, nope, I'm stripping it from everybody. And then he give out people. You take that Russian, you take that Chinese, you take that, you know what I mean? But then when he came to Abraham, he said that angel died. Give him the language back. You understand that, right? So that's how it is, man. All the secret those things revealed that the Most High has given belongs to us. Go ahead, though.
The bottom line, check the report is that unfortunately no one wants to believe a slave.
Right.
Take the advice or the knowledge of a slave.
Right.
Go to the slave master.
Right.
That's a sad thing.
That's a destroyed mind. And Willie Lynch said it. He said, yeah, make sure that they only trust us. You look at your own brother, you won't believe nothing your brother talking about. It take for the white, like for example, let's just be honest. We on these street corners left and right, bringing it out. Raw, I'm talking about, you talk about sources on top of sources. Scholars, these brothers out here scholarly with it. But I guarantee you, if Joel Osteen publicized, say, you know what? So can African American, you really are the real Jew. And I can go into Deuteronomy 28 and break it down and show you. Our people be in that church left and right. We're the real Jew. Oh my goodness. But when it comes to the brother, they don't want to hear that. You know what I'm saying?